I've been watching a lot of videos trying to figure out what in the heck is going on with all this transgendering children and autistic people. So I've been watching some videos about autistic people. Anybody can diagnose themselves with autism nowadays, and I have no idea what that does for anybody except for give you a label. This is my latest theory because I've been studying all kinds of stuff trying to figure this out. You know, how we ended up here, transgendering people and children. And I see such a large part of the transgender young people are autistic. So this is my theory. I have learned that Disabilities, Americans with Disabilities Act, which I was part of helping to form back in the 90s. My kid was little. That's when they were trying to get all the kids integrated into society, into normal classes. So I have a relation with this. And I feel like special needs people, disabled people, are going to be erased, just like us women. So I can just see these newly autistic people joining Special Olympics. I don't know. That's what I feel like could happen, though, very easy. So I'm going to put some videos. I'm going to make a whole new playlist to go with this video so you can see what I'm talking about. Go Google adults with autism. There's tons of people getting diagnosed in their 30s. So 30 years ago would be back in the... These are the young kids that when they were in school, they would have already been diagnosed with ADD or, you know, whatever. Well, they didn't get diagnosed with autism. We have beauty queens and software engineers from Microsoft, millionaires. And it's just a whole variety of doctors. There's so many people on the neurodiverse autism spectrum. It's very bizarre. I feel like the people that actually have which I believe autism would be like the grade 3 autism. I watched this other girl on here. She doesn't have autism. She has cerebral palsy. I don't know if she has autism. I don't watch her a lot, but her name is Robin XO. She gets like 25 views. Some of them get more, but then I watch these other newly diagnosed beauty queen and Microsoft engineer autistic adults. They have 150,000 views, 200,000 views, and that's one of the reasons why I feel like the real special needs community is being erased. I don't know. Did they feel like the disabled people really did get special help, which they needed because people that are blind, deaf, can't walk, cerebral palsy, all those things that they're not going to be a Microsoft engineer. They're probably not going to be a beauty queen and be able to mask it for 30 years. What you people, and I heard another girl saying that, well, this is what a lot of them say, is that how they act is just a social construct and what they've been taught. That's normal. That's what everybody does. Do you think we just come out of the womb, a woman's womb, knowing how to interact in crowds or with other people? No, that's learned behavior. And that's why there's so many autistic mothers and kids. You know, the mothers are shy and awkward. Therefore, the kids shy and awkward. And therefore, we've got a whole community of autistic people. And the community of truly disabled people is being erased. And, you know, I've been a special needs mother for 40 years. I can see it happening. I was wondering, what is going on? And I already know about the women being erased with the men's sports, but I'm just waiting to see when these autistic people, these newly autistic people, are going to be joining the Special Olympics. I don't think Special Olympics gives the cash awards and all the accolades like the regular Olympics, so that may not happen. But so the banner of transgender, LGBTQY, they sucked in the disabled community because, you know, special needs people don't fit in a lot of places. So they thought, well, under equity, we'll be with the special needs people, you know, the deaf and the blind. And so they got them. And then the psychiatrist, they changed the DSM for who has autism and can be considered special needs now. So now we have a whole bunch of people hollering about ableism and Alist. What is it called? Alist. Oh, my phone's right there. Allergic, some other thing that they've decided to label normal people along with cis, allistic. So now they talk about allistic people because allistic people don't understand anything they're going through. Something is wrong. People are being brainwashed into believing they have a mental problem. So now that we've got the equity with the LGBTQ, they brought in the special needs people under their banner for the equity part of it. Now they have brainwashed a whole bunch of other people to think that they're got a mental condition. And so they're naturally going to be under the Pride banner. And this is part of the socialist takeover. You know, the pendulum is going to swing the other way, and it's going to swing hard because our country's being taken over by Islam. Islam isn't into all this stuff, gender stuff and affirming care and changing sexes. You want to talk about it being like, you know, Nazi. What do you think is going to happen when the illegal migrants take control? There's not going to be anything about equality. Everybody is so busy being a victim that you don't realize the whole country is going to go under because of all this LGBTQ stuff. You're all under the same thing as the welcoming in the migrant. It's all a big liberal psych op. And I was believed in equity for a long time because I thought, you know, people that truly have special needs and disabilities, they do need more help. And I don't think by diagnosing a bunch of more people, narcissists, I don't know what personality needs to be a victim and needs to have a label to take it from the truly special needs community. And I had written, I belong to this group called Pay Organ Caregivers for young parents with young children that have very high special needs, like ventilators and feeding tubes, and they can't walk and they can't talk, you know, the works. They're in a battle to have, I don't know exactly how it works. During COVID, before COVID, the state paid somebody to come in and help them take care of their kids. And then when COVID hit, the care providers couldn't come, so the state said, we will pay the parents. So after COVID, the state wanted to go back the other way to the providers coming. And the way I understand it, the parents said they're still having a hard time getting providers, and they want to be paid to be there to take care of their kids. So, you know, we're talking about very special needs kids that should be with their mothers and their parents, you know. And the state doesn't want to pay them. So I doesn't want to give them more hours. I'm not sure. So I sent them a post and I said, look, you know, part of your fight is this transgender thing. All the money for this comes out of the same pot, OHP, Oregon Health Plan. You know, this might be good in their, you know, their battle. They're going up to court, you know, going up to the Capitol and stuff. And I do the petitions and I write the things to the you know, the senator's office and stuff like that. But they actually go up there. And they denied my post. Okay, but, you know, everybody that has a truly disability needs to realize that the money they're taking out of the pot that is supposed to care for our communities, and they're using that money to sexually transgender children and adults. I read a story back in 2015, a family moved here from wherever. They had regular insurance like Blue Cross or something, and the state still paid for the child's gender-affirming hormones, $7,500 for 3 months of that. For a child that should not be having that done, first of all. The mental. Our country is being taken over by evil forces, and they're brainwashing people, and they're erasing real disabled people now. New people are taking their label, autism. Autism 3 is probably where people start to have issues. I watch this one guy, he says, oh, he's probably about between a 1 and a 2. He's a Microsoft software engineer. I think that if you're a millionaire, having autism is the least of your concerns. And especially, you know, now you're just spewing it out to everybody else like it's normal to act like you have a mental condition. and not even really caring about the people that actually have the conditions. I have a couple of deaf-blind friends. You know what they go through to try to get an interpreter just to go to the regular doctors with them? Can't do it. Well, guess why? Because they're spending all the money on transgender stuff. That's how I feel. And I'm sorry if that seems like hurtful to somebody, but that's the honest to God truth. A society cannot function when everybody's on these weird brain drugs and diagnosing themselves with mental conditions and teaching the next generation that to be normal is bad. It's racist. Oh my God, you guys. I'll make a playlist of videos and I'll put this video on it, and then I'll put it in maybe in the first comment in the description, because I want to know if there's any other special needs parents like me that can see this happening. What is happening to the younger generation? The psychiatrists and the psychologists have got a hold of this whole place. Everyone.